Life is a winding road.
Hi everyone, I hope you're well. Today is such a stunning day. It just feels like the first day of spring is actually here. The birds are singing so loud outside, and in fact I think there was a few standing on top of the eucalyptus plants outside, which have gotten massive over the winter and really need to get them cut down. You should see the size of them. They must be at least, I would say, between like 12 and 13 foot tall. They're so big. I've still got Charlie off school just now. He's not feeling great, his asthma's been flaring, so he's actually on a course of steroids, and today's Friday, so I just thought there was no point in putting him in today for the last day when he's really just still not feeling 100%. Plus I don't like putting the kids to school if they're on medication either, because I feel like that's just a bit of a no-no. So he's just having a chill day today, and I'm really hoping that the better weather is going to help him. But yeah, today I am on a mission, right, because my laundry room just feels so drab. We actually took the door off of the kitchen because it was just always open here, and it felt like this kind of just got blocked and you're always walking against it. And even like the space here, I've actually got a duvet drying over here, but even the space here just felt like it wasn't right. So we took the door off of the kitchen into the hallway. I would like to actually finish it a bit better because obviously we've still got the little hinges on there, but I just feel like it opens up this space so much more. But we've actually stored it in here, and it's definitely making the room feel really dull because we're not getting any light in here. And then rearrange in here, put like the ironing board and the drying rack in the cupboard under the stairs, and then get rid of things like protein at the top of there. I really don't like this light either. I'd like to do something with that. But the main thing I want to do is just make this feel a bit more dressed. I just feel like it's quite plain and could do with some jazzing up. And I know I put this lovely print in here, which I will relocate that. I might put it in my bathroom upstairs if I've got space in there, or somewhere else. There will be a space to put it, but I want to do something a bit more sort of open here. So I'm going to go and get some shelves and style some prints on this wall, along with maybe some storage jars. I might do some personalisation on them for like my fairy pods and all that kind of stuff on the shelf. So I'm going to maybe get a picture shelf at the top and then a regular shelf at the bottom for putting things on, and then just maybe like a plant or something in this corner, maybe my basket, I'm not sure, but I definitely need to do something because it just feels very unorganised in here. Even over here I've got a few things like mops and stuff like that that just feel, it just feels really untidy. Like usually Fraser would be the one to help with all this kind of stuff, but since he is very much busy today, he's getting a tattoo finished. I don't know if I ever told you this, but Fraser got a portrait of me on his shoulder here, and it's not finished. I've not got any hair finished on it yet. Like the top of it needs done, and then there's a big space underneath where I think he's getting like kind of floral tattoos and maybe like a butterfly or something underneath it, but that needs finished. So he's away to get that done today. He's had the appointment booked for a year because the guy who does it is like a really good portrait tattoo artist, which I think is pretty rare to find. So he's out today, and he was like, why not just wait till tomorrow and I can do it? I was like, no, I am a strong independent woman. I will try. I will try my hardest to do it myself. So I am going to go ahead and open up this box first and really look at the prints that I've ordered from Desenio. This is the box here. It's huge and it arrived really quickly actually after I ordered it. I'm going to take it onto the dining table though, because I didn't really think this through about doing it in here, so I'll take you over to the dining table. So I ordered these prints from Desenio. As you guys know, I am a huge Desenio fan. I have been for years, like literally since our last house. This is how your artwork arrives in a kind of flat packed, sort of like almost like a folio. Everything's really nicely labelled, so the art's inside there, so I'm going to leave that there just now. And I've also ordered frames. Now the thing I love the most actually is how many different types of frames you can get. I decided this time, instead of going for like white, which is probably what I would have went for before, I went for this lovely oak colour. So this is dark oak. Like just look how lovely that is, dark oak. It's like a really nice warm tone, and I like a lot of black in the house. I find that kind of as I've gotten older, I like to see like a lot of contrast in the home, especially like I've got black dining chairs, I've got this black unit, a few little tones of black actually really pops, I think. So not so much black, but definitely a darker tone. I've gone for this lovely dark oak frame. I'm so excited to put these ones up. So I got this lovely one here for in the laundry room. I just thought it was nice because it's like a neutral, but inside that frame it's really like lovely, isn't it? Like with the contrast. It's like the fact that it was quite textural. So I love all these sort of like line art style drawings, you know, like that. I've got this one, then I've got a sort of lined one. And these are on such good quality paper as well, that's one thing I must say. Alright, so I remember what I was going to do. I was going to do the 3 in the hallway that I've already got. I was going to do 1 each side like this, and then the sort of like line art one in the middle. Oh, I love this one. This is really nice. This one's just like a sort of textural one. This is for in the laundry room. Oh god, I love that so much. And then I've also got this one. I was going to buy 2 shelves, but I think now looking at it, I might just get 1 and just do some jars at the side maybe. I think that might be a better idea. So, but I definitely want to brighten up that room, so I've also got that textural one there, and then I've also got a little bit of a green tone as well, just because I thought it'd be nice to add a wee bit of like more botanical feel in there, just to kind of make it a bit more bright. So I'm going to add these into their frames just now, and then kind of get a rough measure on how it's going to look in the laundry room. And I might actually, do you know what, I might keep the cow print in there and just mix it in, because that is also a decennial print. So we'll wait and see. It might work in better actually for more dimension to have the square as well. Right, I think that's what I'll do. Now, you guys are going to love this, because from now until midnight on the 5th of March, you can get 50% off decennial prints using my code ashreid. That's half price decennial prints using the code ashreid, and you'll also get 10% off frames as well. The only thing that's excluded is personalised prints. So I know you guys always ask me if I have a decennial code. Now is your time to go and use it, and also share it with friends. It's a great way to add a bit of detail to your house or a pop of colour without making it a permanent change. Oh my goodness, how nice does this look? I'm so happy with that. How lovely is that? Right, I'm going to go and just kind of stand it up in the laundry room so I can see what it's going to look like. If this were to be up here, oh see, it actually looks way smaller than what I thought it would. I've got this really annoying extractor fan right in the middle of the wall. So like you can see up there, there's this extractor fan, and ideally what I was wanting to do was put a shelf across and then just sort of like lean a photograph so that you're still getting the use of the extractor fan and not just a shelf. I need a photo shelf. So I've reserved one in IKEA. I'm going to go and collect it. I'll put the other frames in first so that saves me a job when I come home, and I'm also going to replace the ones in my hallway as well, which is so easy to do. That's the thing I love about decennial prints, is you can change the whole mood in a room just by changing some of the artwork. So in my hallway, you guys might remember, you'll have seen it in loads of videos, cleaning videos, that kind of thing. I've got these 3 prints here, which are quite sort of like lighter, botanical, they're really nice, but I just want a wee change. And do you know what I'm going to do is keep these ones behind, so that I'm going to change them into like almost my kind of wintry ones. There's something about these that remind me more of like autumn and winter. So what I'm going to do is change them just now, keep these pictures behind, and then when it gets to like later on in the year, I'll just flip them, and it means this room feels, or this area of the house feels completely different every season. So that's a really good way of doing it. So I'm going to take these off. They're literally just on with command strips at the back. I'll take these off and I'll change these just now, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done.
Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know, if I will ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high, even if the sky is falling down.
Oh my goodness, that literally took me like not even 10 minutes to do, and I'm so happy with how that looks. Do you know what? Initially I was thinking, oh, those photos actually match in perfectly with that wallpaper and everything, but I love the contrast, especially with the black radiator, and then obviously when you pan over here we've got the black shoe storage unit. I think that actually looks so much better than what it did before. And the good thing is as well, it gives me like variety, so if I do want to change it and go back to the other pictures, they're behind it. It's just so nice, but I love these. Okay, so that's all the prints in their frames, and you might notice I have an extra frame here that's just blank, but what I wanted to do was a little project. With my Cricut machine, I wanted to make like a vintage sign saying like the Reed's Laundry Co or something like that, like wash, dry, fold, repeat, that kind of thing. So I was thinking if I could do that with my Cricut machine, that'd be really cool. So I ordered the exact same frame to keep it in line with all of the rest of my prints. So I'm going to just go upstairs and do the print just now because I've got an idea and I've got different fonts that I want to use. So I'm going to use it on my computer and then show you what it's like and then print it off and show you how easy it is. Okay, so I've made this little sign here. I'm just going to export it and send it to my phone and then print it off. Charlie's busy doing some drawing of his own. Sure you are?
Yeah, I'm just drawing this for Jack in my school.
That's really nice. Did a nice picture for him.
It's his birthday. It's a wee football pitch.
That's brilliant. I'm over here with my Cricut Joy and I'm literally just printing out. I really don't know if you can see it, but it says Laundry Co, the Reed family, and then wash, dry, fold, repeat. I'm just going to unload this just now and cut it, and then I'm going to apply this to my frame, and then I'm going to actually do a little bit of paint behind it so that the perspex makes this stand out.
Jumping from cliffs so high.
Oh, good boy. Right, this is just a complete fluke. So I've got the perspex, I've put on the wee sign, and then I've just taken a wee bit of the Egyptian Cotton Dulux along with the Craig and Rose, I can't remember the colour of that, but it's like a brown tone, and I just sort of dabbed it on there on the opposite side to reveal the name, and I think it actually looks really good. There's something about it that looks quite sort of like, I don't know, almost looks a little bit like a muddy footprint, like in the best way possible. The fact it's a laundry room and it's sort of like marbled the way that it's went on, I just literally dabbed it on. And I think that looks really good. And do you know what I'm going to do actually? I'm going to put some glue in the inside of this perspex and then literally just let this sit in it so that I can have just the perspex without the back on it. And that's the way I'm going to put it up on the shelf. So I'm going to just go ahead and put some glue. I've got some gem tack there that I'm going to just apply on the inside of the frame. The first thing to go in here is going to be this light bulb because it's so yellow in here, but how good does this look? I'm so pleased with how that looks together. So I've obviously got my prints in the frames, they look so good, and then the colourways I think work well, but look at my little laundry sign that I've made with this gorgeous frame from Desenio. So I think that looks really nice without the background on. It's actually got some glue drying, you can see. So I'm going to set it down face down so that the paint can dry. Right, first of all, time to take off the cow print. It's off. I actually like the way that the black contrasts with the rest of the frames. And then just taking off these command strips, you just pull them like this. So easy. Like that, and it's damage free on the wall. So now I've got a bit more of a blank canvas to work with. The first thing I'm going to do is take away this because I've actually got a better alternative rather than this mom hand wash. That to the cupboard under the stairs and let some light come in here. Man, this is really just so filthy. I probably should have went in with a duster first, but my god, it's so horrible. Okay, here we go. So I've literally just taken the door away so I can actually see the back door now. I've actually removed this little lampshade up here, which I actually don't mind it. It was just the colour of the light bulb I need to change, and I've just looked out like Maggie's blankets and her towels. I'm going to try and see if I can get some kind of organiser for down the side of the tumble dryer, and I'm also going to go and try and store some of these leads. She does have her lead hanging up there, which is not the nicest hook. If I could get a better one then I would maybe do that. And then I've got one here for the brush. The brush that I've got that I use to sweep up, it's just like a neutral colour here, so I don't mind that actually being out. All the dust I've managed to collect as well. Didn't manage to take the cover off of this because the screw is quite tight to the wall, but this was my saviour. I just used a paintbrush to get in between all the vents, and look at the water, it's so dirty. It's literally just covered in dust, so that's made a big difference. And then I've also dusted around all the corners because there's a few sort of like little webs that I could see appearing. Right, we're on our way to B&M.
And then we're going to McDonald's for lunch.
I said to Charlie I'd get him a Happy Meal for his lunch. I really need to get picture shelves, so we're going to go to B&M, go upstairs in there because I think they've got them. I've seen them online and it would save me a trip to IKEA, to be honest. And it's exactly the same ones I'm looking for, the same size as well. So I'm going to go there, look for them, look for storage baskets, and also some nice hooks for hanging up the dog lead and stuff like that. Just a bit better storage. Are you saying that
you're going to go to like, it's kind of like the IKEA, but backyard of B&M?
No, I'm not going to go to you thinking I'm going to the garden centre part.
Yeah.
No, I'm just going to go upstairs in it. Ready?
Wait, what? I never knew there was an upstairs.
Did you know it?
B&M.
Yeah, you can go upstairs. I'll show you where to go. Got the goods. So I've got the first shelf up. It's actually pretty straightforward. The only thing is, I know that this wall is not like an actual stud in here. It's literally just a bit of plasterboard, so I need to be really careful how much weight I put on this. I actually was thinking about using no more nails, but I don't know, I might put that on the main one. But there's the first one up. I just need to secure it a wee bit more tighter, and then I've got another one that will go literally right alongside that, and I think that will then work really well together once it's up.
Our wings to fly. Sometimes we're crashing down, but we get up and start from the ground. And I really wanna know, if I'll ever figure out where the road.
Right, here are the picture frames. They're up together. There's actually a join here, but I've ordered a little plant that I'm going to sit so that it goes over that. So now time just to style them. Are you ready? And ta-da! I'm so happy with how this has turned out. So obviously the two shelves are here. I've got the prints up. I've actually not gone up as high as covering the full extractor fan because I didn't want to fully cover it first of all, and also I just thought that the height looked weird. So I feel like at least it distracts your eye, and it's definitely an improvement from what it was when you first walked in here, because that was the first thing you would see. But I'm really happy with how this looks, and actually at the last minute I decided to do a sort of return at the end here. So I've put the other frame right against the edge of where the shelf finishes, and I feel like it just makes this like a bigger space rather than just having the plain white wall at the end. So I'm really happy with how that looks. I've got a few wee bits to put on the shelf, like this bit of coral. I think that was like £4 from B&M. And then got this little sort of like, I think they called it a rainbow vase or a rainbow succulent, and that was £4 as well. This little body vase with some pampas in it, that was £5. And then this is something I already had from Asda, and I can't remember how much it was, but I just thought it added in nicely into this sort of like setup with the frames and then a few little ornaments. This basket's also from B&M. I got it ages ago, but this is where I put all of the dried washing to take upstairs. And this here is from Poundland, I'm sure. There we go. I'm so pleased with the way this turned out. My mum actually came in there and said it looks really good, and I sent Fraser a picture and he said this room actually looks finished now. We've been here for nearly 5 years in October, and the laundry room actually looks finished. But guys, I've got the best discount code ever. If you use the code ashreid, you get 50% off all of the Zennial prints, plus you get 10% off frames. So if you're looking to get some prints for your house, then this is the time to do it. I'll leave the discount code below in my description box, so you can just click the link and shop everything. I'll also link the exact ones that I got as well in case you're looking for them, and I'll put the size beside it because it means you can kind of tell what size each print is. But the Zennial is amazing because you can actually go on their website and use their customization tool and show all of the kind of like gallery walls in your house, so you can actually design how you want your layout to be on the website, because sometimes it's really hard to imagine these things. So it's really amazing. If you want to go and take advantage of that discount, then do so. Again, it's ashreid. It'll get you 50% off all prints and 10% off of frames as well. Anyway, I'm delighted with the way that looks. Ella's got a dance competition this weekend, so we are heading into town. We're going to stay overnight in the Moxie Hotel, so I'm going to go in just now, get checked in, and then we'll start a different vlog for the dance weekend, so make sure you stay tuned for that coming up. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. See you soon. Bye.
Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my high.